As we already know, not every idea is a good idea. And not every idea is a good idea for you and your business. When I had my cafe, a few of our customers came to us and said, "Oh, why don't you sell jewelry?" And well, it was the holiday season coming up, and I knew that jewelry, I could make a very good profit margin. So I thought, okay, we'll try it. Well, we ended up researching the products, spending time pitching, getting the products in. It had, a shelf space right near the counter. But it turned out that my cafe customers were not interested in jewelry. It was just not a good fit, and we had to discontinue it. Now, fortunately, most of the jewelry, especially the expensive jewelry, I had on consignment, so I didn't spend money on inventory. A few things I did, but most of it, the most expensive stuff, I didn't, so I was able to return that. But I still wasted a lot of time. I lost my customers' focus on other products that I could have sold instead. I wasted my time, my energy, so it was really not a good fit. 12 years ago, so that's a story where it wasn't a good fit. But how do you figure out if something is a good fit? How do you go through the process? Well, 12 years ago, a college student named Alex came to me and he said, "Well, I would really love to sell your products on my website. I'm really good at marketing and I'm really good at designing websites, but I'm a full-time college student and I don't have the money for inventory and I don't have the time to ship out these orders. I'm in school full-time. Can I sell your inventory on my website, and can you ship it out for me?" Well, we had to think about this before we said yes. So I'm going to walk you through a process to help figure out if this is the right fit. Well, first we looked at our strengths. I said, okay, well, we are good at shipping. We are very efficient at shipping. If we get an order in, we get it out the same day. And we already have the inventory. So these are strengths that we have. Well, what are the weaknesses? Well, the concern would be that, okay, this is a different process because it's, from another person. We might have to do different processes in the warehouse. We don't want to get orders confused, mixed up with our orders. There's a different process after it's sold because we have to bill, Alex for the product. So we had to make sure we could manage that. Now, fortunately, we were very good at processes, and we thought, well, you know what? This is something we can manage. We can do this. Then we looked at opportunities. Well, certainly it was more revenue, so that was good. But then I thought, well, if there's one person who's interested in what's now called drop shipping, there must be others. So I decided to research the market. And yes, there were lots of people who were interested in drop shipping. It was a very good model. And then we look at threats, okay? So I looked at the threats. I said, well, could Alex cannibalize our consumers? We were selling to consumers, to natural food stores and cafes, food manufacturers. Could he cannibalize our consumers? And I thought, well, looking at he was a blogger, he was an influencer. They weren't even called influencers 12 years ago so much, but he was an influencer. And his blogs had a good following to them, and it was a little bit of a different twist, and he would be targeting slightly different customers than us. I also knew that the plant-based market, that there were lots of consumers out there, and we were not reaching enough of them. There were so many more to reach, and I thought, you know what? This is a great opportunity overall. I don't feel like he's going to cannibalize our consumers, that he's going to reach more consumers through his type of marketing, his style, and I thought this is a great opportunity. So we went ahead with it. We said, Alex will work with you, and you can sell our products. So we dropped ship for Alex. turned out he stayed with us for many years, and as his business grew, by the time he was like a year or two out of college, he was making $30,000 a month in revenue from his website sales. So he was very successful, and today he is now has his own food manufacture business, and he's doing very well. So it was a very wonderful relationship. It was a great business model to pivot to. So another thing to point out is by doing that, we were selling directly to consumers, to our wholesale customers, and now we were doing drop shipping. So it was another distribution channel for us. So having that, leveraging different distribution channels it makes your business more agile and can adjust to change more easily. So it was very successful. So what we're going to do now is we are going to do an exercise, and I'm going to guide you through it, and you are going to do this for your business. You're going to examine your strengths, weaknesses, and I will guide you through the process. So I will see you in the next section.